Yeah, it's very nice. All right, so I'm a big Gossip Girl fan. Obviously, saw you on that show. That was a while. You were on for a little bit ago, right?
Yeah, I first came on it in 2007.
Right.
So I've always been living in New York, so for me it was, it was just a plus to have a job there. For sure.
Right. And I know that that's always the kind of big challenge for actors to make the jump from TV to film, and being in a huge superhero movie is quite the film. So was that exciting for you when you made that?
Absolutely. I mean, I never really completely settled on a medium. I think sometimes as an actor, you're really grateful when you get a job. I think I know very well the times when I didn't have a job, so I never really sort of thought, this is all I want to do, and so everything the way it's happened, which I'm very grateful for, it kind of has fallen in a certain specific pattern, so I've just been following that. Right.
Obviously, a movie like this has such a big fan base. A lot of people are going to see you and be introduced to you. Is that nerve-wracking? Is it exciting for you?
I know this character's known to the fans, and I know it's a little bit different than I think they've seen him or that they've read, than the comic books. So I just really hope that they're happy with the outcome. We're trying to do and be as honest as possible, and do a film that has been known a certain way for a long time, and that would also cater to a really educated 2011 audience. So I hope that they're just happy with that.
I know that everyone keeps saying Chris Evans was sort of like reluctant to jump on board. Were you already signed on? Were you waiting to see who's going to be Captain America?
No, actually, Chris had accepted at that time. Yeah, so I knew he was going to get it, and then and I can understand why you'd be reluctant. I mean,
it's a big commitment, right?
It's a big name. I mean, you sort of I grew up in Europe, and I never read the comics, but I still knew the name. So I feel like I get it, but I think people are going to like his performance. I really hope so. I mean, he was so committed to it, and I think he kind of made it his own.
You grew up in Europe?
I did, yeah.
How do you think that this movie is going to play overseas? Obviously, it's very American themes.
Well, it's really ultimately going to come down to the perspective of the audience. You know what I mean? It's sort of what they bring into the theater with them. People, I think, just really need to remember it's a movie. And it's a story about people, and the title is the title. I mean, this character has evolved over the decades. It's not 1944 anymore. It's and I think it's just in the vein of a lot of the comic books that they've been used to. So hopefully they'll keep that in mind as they watch it.
There you go. Have a good time, Stan.
Thank you.